Have you ever read something in the Bible, well, specifically like a certain book that you've read like numerous times, and then all of a sudden you read it again and like the Holy Spirit just gives you like a different like insight? I recently had that when I was reading the parable of the lost son in the book of Luke. It's Luke 15. And I was thinking about, the lost son, like how that's a lot of us. A lot of times, like we run back to God because we've just wasted our life doing a whole bunch of other nonsense. And it talks about how, like, the father was like so happy to have him back. And it made me think about like the son, he threw like a party for him. And it made me think, like, all of a sudden I thought about like, well, what happened when the party is over? And I think it made me realize like how I was like, you just want the party to go on instead of once you understand that you go back to God, like there's a celebration, and then sometimes we're like, now what? And I think when we're like immature, we stay in that mindset of like, no, we want the party. Like we want that feeling that we had when we came back to God. And it just felt like amazing, like receiving his like mercy and grace. And I think it's like we try to like stay in that like moment, or we try to like prolong that. So like the Holy Spirit was just reminding me of like, you've received compassion, you've received mercy and grace, and like, like the party's over, like the banquet, it's over. So like now it's time to get to work. And I think we take that for like granted, to where like God would be like, okay, now I have something for you to do. Because even in the book of Mark, you remember like the demon possessed man, when Jesus like, came to him and tried to cast out the spirit, and he was saying like Legion. And then he told him his name and he cast out the demons. And then the man wanted to go with Jesus. And Jesus was like, nah, like you can't come with me. Like I need you to go to your family, go and like preach and tell everyone, well, not really preach, but go share your testimony. He pretty much told him like, go share your testimony of like the compassion and the mercy that I've had on you. So I don't know, it just made me start thinking like there's two different scenarios where it's like, like Jesus comes to us, and in the moments like when we go to Jesus, and how like we have different assignments and he gives us different things to do. So I don't know, it just made me think, it like made me realize myself, like the party's like been over, and now I'm just kind of like, okay, God, like, what do you want me to do next? So I don't know if anyone else has ever had that feeling, but it just made me think about that reading that parable.